Working on a little bit of eggs today. So we did eggs about 4 years ago. I think we've done a few since then, but not very many. So we did 10 dozen eggs 4 years ago. These are our last packs of eggs. We've got 25 eggs here, and this is all we have left. So it's time to do more eggs before we run out completely. So when we bagged these, we did them 5 eggs in a pack. 5 eggs, it needs 200 grams of water, and then it's about 50 grams for the eggs. So it's just right. So I'll probably go with 5 again in each side. And then you can always weigh it out and separate them out. It's not a big deal. You can just scoop it out and mix it with water to the amount you need. But then you've got nice even packs, and it's easier to do the math with 5s in there instead of 6. At least I find it is. So I'll probably stick with that. So this is the pack of eggs we're doing first. We just have 5 dozen of the large eggs from Costco. And I don't work at Costco. I don't own stock at Costco. I just like Costco. They have the sizes of stuff that I want. And the restaurant supply store is a really good place too, if you have one in your area. We have one, it's called Chef's Store. It used to be called Smart Food Service, and before that it was Cash and Carry. Great place to get volume stuff. Sometimes Costco's better price, sometimes they have different selections, but they're both good. Anyway, so going to do these 5 each side. So 245 each would be pretty close. So that's what I'm going to put them out as 245 each side. And I'll pre-freeze these. So I'm going to do some whites in this one. So I got it cleaned well so it doesn't have any yolk in it. So I'm going to crack them into here so I can separate them and get the whites into the one container. Okay, the whites. Okay, so I'm going to give that just a quick little stir, just to make sure it's kind of evenly distributed in there. And I'm not going to worry about getting any egg white into the yolk, that's fine. You just don't want to get any yolk or fats into the whites. So if I want to use them later for something that needs egg whites, you don't want any fats in it at all. That's 20 egg yolks, or 20 egg whites. That one's 20 egg yolks. So 292, so it's going to be close to 600 in this pan. And usually I only do 500, but I didn't want to split that up more. Okay, that's ready to freeze. Going to give the yolks a quick mix. Now, that's again 20 egg yolks. And I'm betting you could dilute those with water, and that would change how they freeze dry. That would be an interesting experiment. Okay, got my little tag. So it's 20 yolks, 358 grams. All right, so that's ready to go into the freezer for pre-freezing. I've got the 20 yolk and the 20 whites. Whoa. And these other ones have 10 eggs in each, so 5 on each side of the little divider. All right, so those are ready to freeze, and then we'll be able to take them out and put them on the freeze dryer trays. That one's full and ready to go. So it's 25 eggs. Okay, got that popped out of there. Got that loosened. Now I got to get that out of there. So next time I'm going to try non-stick cooking spray on the pans before I put the eggs in, except for the egg white. Oh, jeez. Okay, so there's the 20 yolks. I definitely need to make sure I remember the spray. Okay, egg whites come out easier than egg yolks. Oh, that's really neat. It's like giant crystals or something. So there's the egg whites. Now those are ready to go into the freeze dryer. Okay, and I'm going to get some thermometers in these. So I've got a thermometer in there, so I can check the temperature while it's freeze drying. I'll get thermometers in a couple of the others, or all of the others, and be ready to put in the freeze dryer. Okay. Oh geez, it's been pre-freezing for 3 hours already. I didn't mean for it to go so long before I got the stuff in, but I got sidetracked doing nothing. And so it says it's negative 58. Okay. Pretty cold in there. Okay. Now, let it finish pre-freezing and then you'll start drying. Open the drain valve, let the air in. You might see I already have one tray out. Took it out a while ago. Okay, that's the egg whites. So then I can defrost it. You can definitely tell the difference between the whole eggs and the egg yolks, which is not surprising. So I'm going to put just 5 eggs in each one of these bags. The little pint bag, which is plenty big. What I'm going to do with these is I'm going to put the block in a zipper bag and then crush it a bit with the rolling pin. I'm going to put 5 egg block in there. All right, so you can see it did not overfill it. All right, so again, putting 5 eggs in a bag. All right. So just continue bagging them all. And these are just the egg yolk. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. 168 grams, and it was 358 grams. So it lost 190 grams is all. And again, 20 yolks. Now that, just the egg yolk, it's much firmer. All right, so I'm not powdering them very, very fine, but I don't think they need to be. I hope that'll fit. All right, that fit just fine. So 20 egg yolks in there. So I'll just continue bagging those and then get the egg whites last. It looks like the ones that I used the wire whip mixer on crush up easier, so I think they're a better blend. And these are raw eggs, so it will be important to wipe everything down and wash the hands well after I'm finished with these. They're about 65 grams each afterwards. I'm gonna get the oxygen absorber in there, push out any extra air. I don't pull any of the powder out. And I'll bring this over to. So I've got the oxygen absorbers going into each bag. I'm going to gently press out any excess air, zipper it shut, and then seal it. And I suppose the zippering it shut part doesn't really matter, but I figure if it gets turned upside down, that keeps the eggs or other food from getting into the zipper mechanism. Okay, all of these have oxygen absorbers in them. Okay, everything's sealed. Now I'm just going to write the gross weight on each bag. That way if they ever start to have a problem, I'll know. Okay, with that, they're all bagged, oxygen absorber, sealed, and ready to stave. So 20 egg yolks, or 20 whites. It was about 600 grams before it was dried. All right. All right, so powdered egg whites, and that's 20 whites. All right, wow, 20 egg whites does not take a lot of space. I could have used an even smaller bag. It's only this full. And that's 70 grams now. Egg yolks are pretty solid. Egg whites are not. So 70. So about 530 grams of water came out of that. Cool. Okay, I'll add the oxygen absorber and then seal that up. So I'm going to push out the extra air. And zipper it shut and then seal it. That is a lot of egg white. I need to try that again making angel food cake. All right, ready to save.